Boom, 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 boom. Bum 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 bum. I need to play some piano. Bum 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 bum. Record this here. Bum bum bum. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no, my camera's not working. Uh oh. Oh, that's not good. Gotta reset the camera. Gotta reset, 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 reset. This is what we're doing right here. Right here, yeah. This is what we gonna do right here. All the time. Watch me, watch me, watch me. Watch me, watch me, watch me. Watch me, watch me, watch me when I do my thing. I do my Tracia, do my thing. Superhero, I do my thing. Oh shit, wait a minute. Let's see if we got any oh, okay, now you're gonna act brand new with me. Now the keys don't want to work, huh? You want to act like that? Damn. Don't tell me that. Ah, whatever. Don't even save it. We're gonna focus on the market today. We're gonna focus, focus, focus. Maybe we will do a little practice. That's what we gon' do right here. We gon' gon' do right here. That's what we gon' do in here tonight. What we gon' do right here. What we gon' do here. So, this is going to be the main place that helps us determine our timing of any trade we make on this platform. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if I can zoom in anymore. But it has 30-second increments. 3, 2, 1, and there's 30-second increment. Now a new candle starting. So we want to be aware. Let's go ahead and share it. Let's go ahead and share that link. Time to observe this. I said, how about some cool vibes? Let's play some background shit. Let's play some super cool vibes. What do we have here? So 15, 16, 17, 18. So let's take a look and kind of recognize the range of movement that the market's been exhibiting here. So we're looking at two different platforms. We're looking for two different things, but we want to understand one principle, which is the behavior. And we're determining, based on the behavior, which of these platforms can we use to capitalize on our understanding of the behavior. And that's basically what we're doing. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Straight vibing over here. So with this one, let's see if there's a way I can mark it for you guys. Let's see if I can mark it. Others, expand. No, that's not what I'm looking for. Let's see if I can. Vertical line. Okay. Can I duplicate it? Kind of gives us an idea of where my eyes are. Can I move this? Okay, cool. I'm interested to see how it behaves within this space. And the touch points that make this kind of more noticeable for me. At least on the top side, we have this touch point here. Let's see if I can draw anything. Horizontal line, visual. All right, well, I'll just circle it. Right here. Right here. And right here. So we see some form of placement in the market's pricing at this point. And I don't know if you can see it on your side, but on my side, that is right at about 1.162990 on this platform. We're looking at the EU. Let me move this down for you guys. Whoops. There we go. Something like that. Yeah. How about that? Something like that. Live chat. Whoops. Don't mind me figuring stuff out. I'm trying to see if I can get to the live chat. I don't know how to do that. Because I definitely want to see what y'all are talking about. Oh, wait, here we go. Live chat. History. New videos. Hit that live, baby. Hit that live. We live, baby. Yes, we are. All right, so I'm seeing, oh, matter of fact, I can make this a whole monologue. So we have 3 touch points on, we can call it the ceiling. And then we have 1, 2. Now we see this was quite aggressive. So let's take a look and see how this right here behavior exhibits itself by the end of 30 seconds, because this looks like it wants to break through with confidence. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see how this next 30 seconds showcases itself. And we're also taking a look at I.D.E.A here. I.D.E.A we don't see the type of environment, or not for environment, but the range of movement and positioning just yet. We'll take a look here and see. We can kind of switch back and forth. Okay. So this is another touch point. So we have 1, 2, 3. Now we have 4 touch points. We're touched that exact same price. All right, let's see how this one responds. We got 5, 4, 3, 2. See a little bit of strength. It's kind of like it's trying to hatch out. So every 30 seconds. So we got 20 seconds left in this one. And so here's the cool story. I don't even know I had this account anymore. So this money is just basically house money. Interesting. This position right here in the market is still holding. Despite its attempt to move into a new position, the market's still very much holding that same position. I guess in here. In which case you have a little bit more of an aggressive response here. A touch point here. That's 2, 3, 4 with some visits, 5. Now we're seeing something early on in this 30 seconds. We're going to see how this shows itself. Looking like it's definitely going to go into another place. We got 30 seconds left. Or let's go ahead. That was a loud pop. A loud pop. Did that move with the conviction that I think that it moved with? Or does this position, even after having touched those points, still maintain its strength? Looks like we're not going to be too 100% certain. And we were not strong enough. We were not strong enough for that movement into the another position, to the next position. This position still has some gravity to it. There wasn't momentous conviction. There was a burst of energy, but there was no continuation. So that's the behavior that we want to see start to express itself after the movement away from this position is kind of confirmed, as we want to see some continuation. Let's take a look. So with that in mind, if it still has some staying power, I'm curious to see how the market behaves on this side. So it's already looking to head in another position on this platform. Really nothing for us to do in terms of any type of trade. We're still seeing some staying power with that same position. So let's go ahead and bring this back. Some staying position, some staying power. So actually I'm going to take this one here. I wouldn't really call this I mean, this is technically the first touch point, technically. I don't know if this is a new place for the market, but according to this zone here, we're seeing the same thing here. So we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, and the candles are 1 minute, I think so. Candles right here. So now they're kind of similar. But I like the 30 seconds on here. Gives me a little bit more of a finer view of what's happening. Now I'm going to listen to myself real quick, see what do I sound like on the live. Now I'm going to listen to myself real quick, see what do I sound like on the live. Okay. So I know. Yeah. Apparently nobody could hear what I was probably saying because the music was too loud. Let's see if that's the case. Yeah. What? Wow. That's the case. Okay, I fixed it. Yeah. What? Wow. That's the case. Okay, I fixed it. Okay, so anyway, we're seeing both platforms show us the same thing. So I like the way that it's kind of finding a zone. And in both of these, you can see, well, in this one, if this behavior continues, then we will have established a tighter zone of movement. In this case, you could argue that there was 2-zone movement. Now, this hasn't been verified, confirmed, but it's in the process of attempting that. As a matter of fact, we've seen one touch point at the high, and I don't know, I mean, I guess you could call this a touch point. Yeah. But nothing on the possible new floor that was before a ceiling that was touched 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it the new floor? That's what I'm curious about. And this is what it looks like on here. Whoops. Almost the same. I mean, it should be the same. A little bit of a delay, actually. We can shrink that down. Interesting. Okay, so this wasn't as strong as a floor as it was a ceiling. And the pricing on here, right here, let me see, 89, 86, 89, 86, 93, 87. I'm not seeing a lot of push downward in the pricing on this side. The buyers are staying at the mid 80s to high 90s. I'm not seeing any push downward in this pricing. So that doesn't suggest that there's any momentum here. Just like before when we took the earlier observation. It's not a lot of continuation in this area, not in the behavior at least. Which is a good thing for Nadex. Let's see how this next segment of time develops. You know what I need to do? I need to put on the timer. I also want to put it on something not too loud. Oh wow, what a push. Now I'm interested. Oh. That's very aggressive. Very aggressive and unstable. I didn't see that wasn't continuous. That was just aggressive. Wild and chaotic. Yeah. Yeah, not really the type of behavior environment that would justify a product on this side of the aisle or on this side of the aisle. Not yet, at least. We still have some time. But right now, that right here, how aggressively that moved. Now, it moved right down to this touch point. That's one thing that was interesting. It just moved right on down to it. But golly, like that was really aggressive. Like it slipped. So I don't like that slippery stuff. You know what I'll do though? Just to spoil the people. Since I have so many viewers right now, I think what we'll also do is just get a reminder of what type of product I'm looking for, at least for Nadex. So I'll do that. I want to start reinforcing that type of, I guess, discipline, I guess. I guess we can take a look at this too. See what we're looking for. Well, let me show you what we got. Let's bring this one. We're taking a look and seeing how these prices move with each other. This number, it's already away from our threshold of 2 on the sell side. The reason why I'm somewhat interested in seeing what this does is because of the stayingness in the behavior with this zone. Like, it has not convincingly moved away from this zone, and even though it's not in range of what we would consider a trade, I am interested to see how the prices incrementally move with the position that it does have, because that way I can detect if there's, I guess you could call it incrementality, if that's even a word. If there's incrementality in the movement of the pricing in relation to the position, then I know that the movement, when it gets into the position, it will tell me properly through the incrementality of the price and position moving together that the timing is right for a product. That's so good I gotta hear it again, because I know I just said something for real. Let me hear that again. Then I know that the movement, when it gets into, if there's incrementality in the movement of the pricing in relation to the position, then I know that the movement, when it gets into the position, it will tell me properly through the incrementality of the price and position moving together that the timing is right for a product. Whew. Yeah. Know that the movement, when it gets into the position. Okay. I had to go back and listen to that. That was just too good. Because that's it. I forgot to put the timer on again. Damn. Damn. But we're still in that same zone that we started at the beginning of this whole thing. Isn't that kind of cool? That's kind of cool. Oh, the CAD is looking good, huh? Let's see if we can look at the CAD on here. CAD USD. No CAD on here. Let's check on here. Oh, yeah. As a matter of fact, let me take a look and see what this environment looks like with the type of product that we're waiting for. Let me give you an example. We don't need no sound. Can we turn the sound off? All right, let's take a look. This was such a perfect one to record. Now, as I'm recording this, I already see that there's something missing. There's something just out of alignment. And I think this is a tendency of the Canadian market, the CAD USD. And it's the price. Just give you the, but what I like, lowest point, 83, 84, 85, 83, 84, 86. There's some consistency there in that the lowest and highest points, at least for this full binary, and for beyond that. I mean, let's take a look at the, see where we are exactly. So not only are we moving within one zone, we're moving in one position. So that's a big plus. We want to see how that behavior plays out. Let's go ahead and turn the stopwatch on. Let's watch a couple of those. Turn on full screen. Wish I knew how to edit this damn thing to make it quieter. Sonar. Oh my gosh. Way too loud. I don't even want to hear that. Jeez. All right, so let's get this fixed. We like the movement. It's just not in position. Let me give you an example of one that is. I want you to take a look at the pricing. Every single second of this observation means something. Let's move this back over here. All right, so let's take a look at this example. We'll turn this one off. And this is the example. Take a look at how this pricing moves with the position. And this is an example of incrementality. Okay, so now we're getting closer. I've already checked something important at the very beginning. All right, we're at 25, 28, 24, 22, 23, 20, 21, 27, 25, 19, 13, 19, 16. Not big, huge jumps in pricing. They're incremental. And during the incrementality, the range of movement is inside of one zone. And as time progresses, the range of movement tightens into one position. And that is our income building product. That is exactly what our income building product looks like. So That's what we use as our barometer for how close we're getting to what we're waiting for. Let's take a look back at the euro. So we've explored 1, 2 zones with this range of movement. And within those zones, we've touched 1, as in this position right under the sell, this position from here to here includes these candles here, so that's 1 position here, 2 positions here, 3 positions here. It's touched 3 positions, 2 zones, and we're currently moving in 1 position, which is on the buy side, a high side of a buy side, but we haven't established a range of movement in the buy side yet. So we're just waiting and seeing how the market continues to develop. And even over on this side, we still haven't even gone out of these zones of movement. So this is just interesting to keep an eye on. I do see that it's on the Natick side. I do see now that it's kind of tightening on the high side of the buy side. See, the lowest point is at 95 from when the market moved back into this place. So very tight space. Very early in this binary. Although the overall range of movement includes 3 positions in 2 zones. Now we see some of what's been happening this entire time, which is just movement. Still within 1 position, now it's 2 positions. As it has been. Actually sleepy. I'm gonna stay on for, I don't know, 20 more minutes. I'm gonna have to wake up early to do them dishes. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna cap. Now the more interesting one to look at is this platform here. Still haven't even left the neighborhood. Still hanging out in the same block. Oh man, I'm yawning for real. I think I need to get me some sleep. Okay. So we're at the high side of the buy side on Nadex. A little too high. Out of range for any type of product that would be. Bottommost part of the range of movement on the high side of the buy side is 8 or 7. 7. So even if there was an opportunity here, it's past. Which doesn't fit within my product quality requirements, which include timing. I like the way it's moving though. Oh, interesting. Another touch point. Will it touch and bounce or touch and break through? This will be the 30 seconds that will tell us. And even beyond that, there's more than just this. There's also that, ooh, and that, ooh. I should be taking my class right now. I just don't want to. Okay, I like how this is. So this is something important to take note of. As it approaches the last minute, this binary includes 2 positions. I like the range of movement, but this binary includes 2 positions. It's going to show us again right here. Not quite ready to commit just yet. It's dancing with that touch point. Interesting. See, not fully committed. See that liquidity as it's near the line? Okay. We're not interested because it hasn't established itself at this point here. We're not interested in a product, but we are interested in seeing if there's any incrementality. 29, 42, big jumps. So there's still instability. There's not commitment here on either side, especially this side. There's not commitment, conviction here. The touch point still has influence. And what do I mean by touch point? Touch point. 1, 2, 3. This is technically a touch point. Touched here, touched there, touched here, touched here. This price of 62.75, 715 means something somewhere in the market right now. It means something somewhere. It has for a time at least. How much time? 9:15, over an hour. 21:03, yeah, over an hour. What time is it? Yeah. It has meant something somewhere for over an hour. How did I know that? How do I know that? Because in the bottom you can see where the clock is. And if you look at the bottom of my screen, from the original touch point, which technically could be called right here or right here, 21:06 right here. So from 21:06 to now, 22:24, the market has respected this line, this imaginary price, this pricing space or pricing area. It hasn't gone to another pricing space or pricing area with conviction yet, not for this entire market observer analysis. Or pricing area. It hasn't gone to another pricing space or pricing area with conviction yet, not for this entire market observer analysis. Yeah, what he said. Yeah, we got about 10 more minutes here that we'll keep an eye on things because I want to go to bed. I should do the kitchen, but I don't want to. I want to go to sleep. I'm doing this because I said I would, and I'm going to. So that's what's happening. Oops. But yeah, I think this is a pretty good market observer analysis, just based off of what the market has showed us. You can ask this guy. He's cooking up something too. So this one on Nadex doesn't really have anything for us to look at. Let's see if there's any other markets worth looking at. No. Nope. Nothing even close to what we just saw on the demonstration number 15, which means that I'm past halfway there. I haven't decided if I'm going to do one number or another before I switch to income phase. I think I might start with one, enjoy income for a while, and then build to the other. So in that case, I have 6 more demonstrations to give you. And then I'm going to enjoy some income. And then I'll build and give myself another raise. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm on the 15th. So if you look at my account here. So this started with, I think it was either $100 or $80, one of those. And I started it just a little over a year ago. Maybe a year and a half. And I have averaged about 1 trade per month. Taking it real slow. $1,000 doesn't seem like a lot, and it's really not. However, you have this skill, right? Anytime I look at making a trade, by default right now, currently, I have 155 contracts, which is $2 per contract, something like that. Or excuse me, $8 per contract, $2 profit per contract when you get it right. So, if I wanted to, just take income from this point moving forward, my, let's call it $100 starting capital has put me in position to generate $300 per trade in income or in revenue. But this is what I'm going to do. So this is going to add to my balance, 310 plus my current balance is 1259. That'll be 1 trade. Boom. And then we're going to divide that by 8. And we'll be at 195. So hold on, let's do a little bit of math, huh? Let's do some math. We see what the market's doing in the background. Since it's doing that, let's take a look and see how it approaches this this touch point. Oh, strong. Let's see how it ends this 30 seconds. Okay, very strong. Looks to be momentous. Okay. Some pullback. Right back to the touch point. Right back to that touch point. That touch point still has meaning there. This price still means something somewhere, and it has for a time. Not as significant as this touch point has been, or this touch point has been, but it still means something. So it means enough for me not to have touched that button thinking that it would continue, that's for sure. Let's say if I put $50 on this. I mean, even though I'm kind of doing very super conservative with this, kind of building, 10% at a time type deal, whatever. But that wouldn't have been wise, is basically what I'm saying. Anyway, back to the math. Okay, so we have 195 586. Let's call it 585 plus 310 plus the original balance of just about 1250, 2145. So this here is my next product, and then this is the product after that. That's my current balance. So after that, that next product will be worth how much in income or revenue? So I take 2145 and I divide that by 8. 200 and let's call it 265 just for simplicity's sake, huh? 265. 265 and $2 per contract, $2 in profit per contract. Let's make sure we have that right. 265 times 2. There we go, 530. So we have 530 plus, what was that balance? Oh yeah. So 265 times 8. We had about 2100. So 265 times 2 plus just about 2200. Okay. Now we have 4 more to go. So now we at 2730 divided by 8. 341. 340. So you kind of get the drill. This is number 4 plus 2700 divided by 8 times 2. You see where I'm going? And then the final one at the end of the first phase, 845. Okay, 845. So 845 plus, do we want to do parentheses on here? There we go. 845 plus 422 times 8. All right. And then at this point, we take that, divide that by 8. Multiply that by 2, and that will be the first, just about $1,000. So it will have taken, I don't know, let's call it 2 years. Let's call it 2 years. It'll have taken 2 years to grow an account with $100 of capital to the point where the revenue generated from the execution of skill equals 1,000% profit in revenue to the initial investment capital. 1,000% per product. 1,000% margin. And then, of course, increasing it is just a matter of execution of the same skill. When I first learned this skill, it made it so tempting, and not tempting, because I didn't resist. I was so eager to build this quickly, but 2 years doesn't take long. 3 years doesn't take long. And when I looked back after having been involved with learning this skill for 5+ years without having made much meaningful progress that I could show evidence for, that's when I realized that trying to get there quickly takes you from getting there. But making time your ally and allowing the opportunities to be so plain in front of you so that your skill executes automatically, it grows in magnitudes. And so that's what this series of demonstrations will show you. And still, we're here. We're still at this touch point. Touch point here. Bam. Touch point. Bam. Touch point. Touch point. Touch point. Touch point. These are also touch points right here. Touch point. Touch point. Touch point. So the market really didn't even explore beyond these touch points. Doesn't mean that it won't. It just means that I'm not going to be on waiting for it. It could definitely do it soon. But I would rather go to something else. And the good thing about that is that the market's going to be here whether I go to bed or not. But I'm gonna enjoy me some time away from doing this right now. And I hope that for those that had come and joined me and check me out, hope you got some value out of this observation, this market ObservAnalysis, because this was a good one. Until next time.